Okay, Alvaro, 104,000 kilometers, 2,678 days, and 64 countries. Tell us about your adventure and tell us about why you decided to go on this mammoth trip.
You have time? I've been 7 years on the road. It's hard to say in a few minutes what I've done. My project, it's called Miles of Smiles Around the World. I'm not just cycling the world, I'm clowning the world. I'm a clown, I'm a professional clown. Besides, I'm a professional lawyer. So I did both at the same time, trying to don't make a mess in the court with the clown and in the clown with the lawyer. And I decided to travel around the world on a bicycle doing the clown for free, only for disadvantaged people. It means only in places that people are suffering. So New Zealand, even now with this heavy rain, is not a very bad country. People has a good situation. My performance are more suitable for refugee camps in Africa or orphanage in Central Asia or also Africa, or my last one, it was in Japan during the tsunami. I was there in that time and I had the opportunity to do the clown twice in a refugee center that people were suffering. I tried to do the same in Christchurch, but I emailed the municipality and they didn't reply. I think they are more worried about who paid my house than suffering about human disasters. And in Japan they are really suffering about human life. So I want to put a smile in that people. And in these 7 years I have been through 64 countries. I have used 3 bikes. I had malaria 4 times. I had a car accident. And I was raining and riding under very, very heavy rain. It was yesterday. Coming from Morere to Gisborne, the road was flooding and it's one of the worst summers I had in my journey. I'm heading East Cape and then I will be back in Auckland about 15th of April. I fly from here to Hawaii.
Really?
I need the sun, but not that, because I'm heading to Alaska. Is my next destination. And the cheapest way to go to Alaska is through Hawaii. So I have to stop there and then start in Alaska.
Have you got some warm clothes for Alaska, or what's the season?
Oh, it will be, I'm clown, but I'm not so stupid. I will be in Alaska in summertime. So June will be summertime. And I hope they have summer, not like New Zealand that someone stole in the summer 2012. So in Alaska it will be in summer. Will be only the coldest probably will be 10 degrees. And that time of the year you have 24-hour sun. So all the sun that I miss in New Zealand I will get in Alaska. Also some bears and some wild animals. And I will start down through America to Ushuaia, the southern part of America. It will take me 4 years. Then 2 years Europe, and I hope to be back in Spain in 2017.
2017?
About. It will be 13 years.
You don't worry too much about time, eh?
No, only about the weather, you know, I follow my instinct. Now I met here a family, they have relatives from Spain, all Spaniard, maybe 2 generations, 200 years ago, Manuel José de Frutos, he arrives to this area in Gisborne. He married 5 women, he was a clever Spanish guy. He has some relatives, and one of these descendants I met, and I live in their house, and I'm learning about the story of the only Spanish route in New Zealand. This was this man, he was a trader and a whale man, and I want to follow his journey and meet relatives and learn some Maori and teach them some Spanish.
Have you learned any Maori yet?
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, that in Spanish, kia ora, it means almost like, what time is it? You know? So when someone said to me, kia ora, I say, oh man, it's 10:15.
And the time that you've been away, you haven't been back to Spain then? Have you missed home at all? Or?
Well, my home is my bike.
Yes.
I have no house, I have no wife, I think I have no children, in case I never go back the same way. and so my home is my bike, but I've never come back to Spain. I will be back only when I finish the world tour. And during this journey to survive, I write books. I publish already 4 books, and I published 3 documentaries. So selling these books and documentaries through my website, I get small money. I live on a budget of $15 a day, $15 New Zealand dollars a day. It means normally I don't go to backpackers or to campsite. I just sleep on the road. One guy gave me a a pickup to sleep in Morere in the hot springs. I sleep in the pickup under a roof. So I cook rice tuna one day, next day tuna rice, then next day rice tuna, and then it's a big day, pasta tuna.
So is your diet quite strict? It's not really food, it's fuel, eh? It's fuel for...
It's fuel because my body is used to eat that, you know. I'm not used to eat hamburgers from McDonald's, I don't like, or I don't drink Coca-Cola. I live cheap. If someone pay me a beer, it's okay. If not, okay, no problem. I drink water from the river.
Yes.
I've been in Wakaremoana Lake, was beautiful, drinking from the lakes. Then people say, you must boil the water. I say, well, I have my system is adapted now to drink whatever and eat whatever. Last night they gave me goat. Okay, normally I don't eat meat and I cannot fish. I'm very bad fishing, so I have to buy tuna or salmon.
Okay, Alvaro, 64 countries. Some great memories, I'm sure. Highs and lows, and where's your best place that you've visited so far?
Well, I was one of the few people in the world who was invited by the Bhutan government to visit the last kingdom of the Himalayas. Bhutan is a small country in the Himalayas. It gets very few visitors because the visa fees, it is $250 a day. With this money, they give you the hotel, the 3 meals, the accommodation, the driver and the car and the guide. But for me, it was too much. So I applied and they give me free visa. No hotel, no accommodation, nothing, but free. For 2 weeks, I could cycle through Bhutan. I was one of the few cyclists in the world who cycled Bhutan. It was one of the highlights of the trip. And one of the very bad times was when a car crashed my bike in Turkey.
Really?
That bike was my second bike. A friend came to visit me to Cairo. He gave me a new bike. 2 months later, 2 cars driving in opposite direction in a highway in Turkey. I avoid the first one, but not the second one, so crashed my bike and destroyed my life. Worst situation, I was in Japan during the tsunami, as I mentioned before, and it was really, really dangerous. I have to move to the mountain to sleep, and that was one of the worst times. And in Africa, I could say Africa is one of the most hospitality continents in the world. Every night someone will give me a shelter to stay. Or they will share their food. They are poor about money, but rich about the hospitality. Africa is great. At the beginning I was scared, but after that I miss them. They are happy kids, they are smiling all the time. While here in New Zealand or first world countries, if you talk with a kid on the street, the parents don't talk with him, you don't know him, you know. But in Africa, kids talk to you, it's normal. It's like normal relation between foreigners and kids. Here, a foreigner, it's someone you don't like to meet.
Okay. How long did you spend in Africa?
In Africa, I've been 3 years.
3 years.
And in New Zealand, I arrived in September before the final, the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been a long time. I went already to Cape Ringa. I went to the Slow Point in the South Island near the Catlins. So I've done about 4,000 kilometers in New Zealand in this nice summer.
Do you find the Kiwi obsession with rugby quite strange?
No, actually I played rugby myself for 12 years.
Did you?
Yeah, I played number 9. I love rugby and All Blacks was my team forever. I never dreamed, never in my best dream, I could be in New Zealand in the World Cup watching the final.
Yes.
Not in the stadium, outside, but I was there watching my favorite team. It was awesome. I love rugby. I think you are not as crazy as Spanish about soccer.
Well, listen, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. I think that what you're doing is inspirational, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Gisborne, and all the best for the rest of your trip. And as you say, who knows when you'll be back home again?
Well, I will be back home. I'm home now. My home is here in Gisborne. Maybe because it's my bike, but the only thing I complain about Kiwis is that they promise you something and they don't do it, you know. Mark, your chief, he told me, you make an interview and we'll give you a hot coffee. There is no coffee, man.
Well, listen, I'll treat you to a coffee now if you'll take it.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
And it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Let's go and grab a coffee.